Hello and welcome to The Bigger Picture. I'm Matthews.
And I'm Kiara. Here at The Bigger Picture, we're all about recognizing organizations on campus that you may have never heard of. So tonight's episode, we will be working with Bold Black Beauties and Women's Center and HerCampus Oswego to be highlighting some of the great things that they're doing in the SUNY Oswego campus. So, before we get into today's episode, we're actually going to be discussing some of the great things that we've been working on in the meantime.
Yeah, so we came back from spring break about a week ago now. It has been. And
How was your spring break?
My spring break started off rocky, I'm not gonna lie, but I used my spring break to kind of chill, relax, heal my body up, get ready for the rest of the semester. How about you, Keeks?
I think spring break for me wasn't a break. I wish it was.
Yeah.
But I did use some time to let my body just, relax while I could. But I was also really busy being home back in the city. Like, there was stuff I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely enjoyed it. I think it was definitely a good time away from academics, and that's really what I needed. So.
And then, how do you feel about jumping into the month of April? Because I know for everybody, April is going to be a very, very hectic month, very packed month. So, how are you feeling?
I'm actually excited. I'm really excited for the month of April. I feel like now that it's spring, that I can just be like the best version of myself. The seasonal depression is gone. So like for spring, I just feel like, the sun's out, the weather's getting better. I just want to be outside on campus. It's also giving me more motivation to, get my stuff done. So I feel like although April's going to be busy, I still feel like I'm going to have all the motivation I need to do to get these things done.
I actually posted this on my Instagram, but spring is when the year truly starts, in my opinion. So like January, 2023.
It's like a trial and error.
Exactly, but spring, like once April hits, that's when we're really going into the semester. So I feel like for all of us, this is a new way to start up and, be good with our lives. But enough about us. Let's jump into these organizations and what events are going to be coming up. So first up, let's jump in and talk about the events that are coming up, starting off with the Asian Student Association. They will be having their ASA week from Sunday, April 2nd to Saturday, April 5th. April 8th, sorry about that, with their Asia on the Runway headlining the week. Visit their Instagram for more information on the week and the box office for tickets for their events coming up.
And also, don't forget to join the Bold Black Beauties as they present their Black Girl Magic Brunch, celebrating Black women and creating a safe space for them to connect. This will take place this Saturday, April 1st, in the space from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Tickets are just $8 at the box office, so make sure to get one.
Tomorrow afternoon, join the African American Male Empowerment Network and the Digital Music Association as they present Music for the Soul, where they will be talking about some of the artists we grew up listening to, as well as the artists our parents grew up listening to, and the impact they left on us with the type of music we listen to today. This program will be in MCC room 231 at approximately 4 p.m.
Lastly, this Friday, tomorrow, guys, at 5 p.m. in Hearth Lounge, MCC, join SAPB as they announce the artist for this year's Ozfest. Who do you think is going to be?
All right, I'm going for an R&B artist. Let's go, R&B.
I want kind of like her.
Her? So R&B, we're singing
Bryson
R&B?
Tiller, of course.
Okay, so we're singing R&B. Yeah, so R&B for Ozfest. Let's go.
Let's see who it is. I'm excited.
But stay tuned for after break, as we will be joined by two phenomenal women leaders on this campus. So we'll see you after break.
And I'm out of here.
The beginning.
Class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Candlelight Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back, everyone. Tonight we are joined by Bold Black Beauties, HerCampus Oswego, and the Women's Center. So Bold Black Beauties is an organization here on campus that aims to promote academic success, empowerment, and aims to create a safe space for Black women and non-binary people to feel heard, embraced, and loved at SUNY Oswego. HerCampus is an online international magazine for college women that provides a platform for women to express themselves creatively and includes chapters in colleges all over the world. Women's Center, we have seen them here before. They were created 40 years ago with a mission to provide education, support, and advocacy for women in the Oswego community. Joined with me tonight, I have
Sanaya.
Kay.
We have Kay representing HerCampus Oswego as well as Women's Center, and then we have Sanaya
Representing Bold Black Beauties.
Yes. So considering you guys are both student leaders here on campus, you know, we all relate to each other. We all know what it's like to be running the show here on Oswego. So as a student leader, you guys are providing safe spaces for women on campus. How does that make you feel knowing that you're creating such a big impact on campus? Like, what is the biggest reward that comes from this?
I would say for me, it feels very special to me to know that I am a part of an org that kind of helps people, especially women of color, Black women specifically, feel more comfortable on this campus. Of course, people of color are the minority since this is a predominantly white institution. So at least having those spaces available, even if they don't join it their freshman year, like just knowing that this type of space is available, so if they do need the support of the people, like people that look like them, they have that. Yeah.
I just would agree with Sin. I feel like the most rewarding thing for me is the freshmen. Like when they come to the involvement fair and they are so interested and so involved, and they just want to be more a part of what the campus community has to offer. I love it when younger classmen can come up to me and just ask me so many questions or can confide in me, because when I came in as a freshman, that's what I was doing to the upperclassmen. I was, asking them questions and feel me. So like, just seeing the new faces and for them wanting to be a part of what I'm in and just looking for new membership is probably the most loving thing I like. Yeah.
So I could definitely relate to that, being a student leader as well. I think for me, it's just knowing that I'm giving both myself and women the opportunity to just find their potential, look for something more, because we are here for academics, but a lot of college is personal and social development, and literally organizations, that's the biggest role that they do, with the programming, the events, it gives us the opportunity to do that. So speaking of Kay, I know you are a part of HerCampus Oswego, as I am. So what role do you feel like the weekly newsletter and just being able to publish articles plays in the organization? Considering it's a big part of the organization, but us as members, what does that do for you?
So it's definitely insightful for sure, like, because as you can watch news on Fox 5 or any other news channel, I feel like HerCampus still offers that. And you could find any new information pertaining to what's going on in the world on their website. So that's definitely a plus. And me being a person who likes to write, them giving me the platform to write anything I want to write about and then having it published so that people can see it all over the world, that's amazing. That's fire. So that's, like, even though me being a part of HerCampus, I have to write 2 articles a semester, I've written already like 6 or 7 articles.
No, yeah,
because
you've been back to back with the publishing.
like I just
it.
love it because they're giving me the opportunity to showcase my art and what I want to write about and what I'm interested in. And I feel like that's what drew me to HerCampus, because I felt like they allowed me to have a voice through my writing.
No, I could definitely relate to that because I always knew I loved writing, but I knew when I came to school I didn't want to do news writing, but I enjoy the lifestyle and be able to speak freely and from my experiences, and I know my experiences and like sometimes, you know, I like to give advice too, so it's like just being able to like give that to someone out there, if it's one person, if it's 10 people, like I feel like that within itself is a really big reward. So considering that, you know, all of us here are women and we're student leaders, do you ever feel that there's like pressure or like a sense of overwhelmness to just basically run our organization to meet the expectations of everyone that is in the campus community?
Yeah, it's definitely overwhelming at times, especially when you're like balancing classes. So I know at one point I was taking the max credits a semester and I was president and I was like, oh. But like I said before, like knowing the reason I'm doing it, it kind of pushes me to keep doing it because it's bigger than me. It's about making people feel more welcomed and providing them a space to feel comfortable in.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like a high expectations because former presidents, former vice presidents set the bar. So me coming in and being a woman student leader at that, and being a trans woman, it's like I already have a lot of things that I'm dealing with. So yeah, there's definitely, the bar has been set, and I've already been like highly involved in high school, so like I came in like already with, you know, the skills to like keep that up. But like, you know, and the difference between college involvement and high school involvement, it's way different. Like, baby, if you don't put those things on your Google Calendar, you will forget.
No, it's true.
So it's like it's definitely hard, but at the same time, like I love what I do. Like, you know, I always push hard every single day for new initiative, for committee members, how to improve the e-board, just things like that. So
yeah. See, I wasn't even involved in high school. I don't even think I went to a basketball game my whole 4 years. Yeah, so this is totally different from me outside of like my box, but it's because I want to do it.
Yeah, so it's definitely like pushed you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Do you think that was like one of your biggest challenges, getting out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, that was the biggest one actually.
Yeah, because being a student leader, it comes with programming, being the face of the organization. Like you have no choice but to show up and just represent. So it definitely, it's really difficult. And I think also like, I feel like the newer students, I feel like right now they're not as open to being a part of any like organizations. They don't want to go to the programs. They don't want to go to the events. So it's like we're trying to, you know, show up and meet the requirements or just, you know, make that impact in our campus community, but it's like, are people being willing to receive? So it's like, how do we go about this?
And that's the thing too, like that's why I said previously I love when I see new faces, like, and they're just coming and they want to show interest, like asking me questions and stuff like that, because it's important that the younger classmen get really involved because they're basically taking on, like, we're passing them the torch. Like it's now's your time, you know. Because at the same time, like I don't want to be involved all my 4 years. Like I want to be able to step back, because you know, I feel like leaders are supposed to like step back at a certain point and allow other people to you know, lead. So definitely, but
I think that's a really good take. That's actually the first time that like someone has put that into perspective for me, like being a leader but also taking a step back from being the leader, because that's also what gives like people the opportunity to just really grow and learn. So okay, that's definitely an interesting take on it. So we do know today is March 30th, only one more day of Women's History Month. So what is, for you guys, what's the significance of Women's History Month to you?
I grew up with 7 sisters, and when I tell you, like, Women's History Month to me means family, it means empowerment, like sophistication, poise, like just having, like our month, like having the platform. I feel like every month should be Women's History Month, you know? But this month, it highlights all the contributions that women have contributed to the world. Scientific, technology, all the above. So I love that, during March it's like a highlight of us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Kay. It's that empowerment piece, just kind of, as women, we didn't have, I guess, we weren't allowed to do certain things that men were able to do, especially being women of color. And so Women's History Month kind of represents all women and our growth and the constant fight that we are still fighting for.
Heavy on that part.
And Black Women's History Month starts in April. So.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding. Period.
So for the month of March, or even you had mentioned like the month of April, it's Black Women's History Month. Is there, for the month of March, did you guys have like any specific event that like stood out to you that you felt like empowered? Like, wow, this is really great to be a part of this community. And is there something you're looking forward to for the month of April?
So I'm definitely looking forward to the month of April. I am a part of Bold Black Beauties too. Even though we have our president here representing, I've been a member of Bold Black Beauties since I was a freshman. So I'm definitely looking forward to the month of April. However, that being said, of March, Women's Center, I'm on the e-board for that. I'm the committee leader. That month was just crazy for us.
Yeah,
like
that was a straight month
of programming.
You guys did the damn thing, though.
Yeah, but
tell the viewers a little bit about your charity ball. What was that like?
So our charity ball was an event that highlighted a community organization called the Denson's House that fights to help women with drug addiction, sexual assault, domestic violence, and we partnered with them and gave them some funding to help the women in the community.
You guys did a community service with them as well too?
Yes, with
dope.
gospel choir.
Oh, okay. And what did you guys do?
So they're building a house. The Denson House is building a house for the women in recovery. So we just went there and helped them paint, helped them clean, did all that good stuff, helped them out, and yeah. So.
I love that.
How about you, Sin? Was there any specific event for the month of March that you was like, wow, this makes me feel good being a woman?
Yeah, so not only was it Women's Center's charity ball, we also had a march, a women's protest march. We started from MCC, and then we went around like the campus. We chanted, we heard people's poems, and things like that. And it kind of made me feel like I want to see more of that on this campus. I love like the cause. Of course, I love women empowerment.
Yeah.
So
who doesn't?
doing that, right? So doing that was really like nice for me. Yeah.
Okay. So if there was one piece of advice that you would be able to give to any woman on campus or incoming woman who wants to just get involved in the community, but they're having a hard time doing so, what would you tell them?
I would tell them like join BBB, join Women's Center, join HerCampus. Like I would tell them to join the orgs that I'm in.
Yeah.
But I would also tell them not to be too hard on yourself. Like just because you see other people in 3-4 organizations, like it could kind of be intimidating. Like damn, maybe I should get involved. Like I should do something. Like I don't want to just come here to just get a degree. Like I want to make my college experience the best. So I'll just tell them like take it step by step. You have people here to support you. There's Laker Life. Like Laker Life is a website that has all the organizations on it. They have the description. So just look at things that you like and go from there. Like for me.
Yeah.
I do agree. I do want to just piggyback off of what you said. I remember my freshman year, I had that first semester, I just, I didn't want to get involved. I'm very when it comes to new beginnings, so there was a very big adjustment period for me. And I would see like my friends going to some programs, and I would see them joining these orgs, and I would kind of feel like, crap, I'm like, damn, I'm not doing anything. Why am I not doing anything? But I think it's okay to kind of just give yourself grace and give yourself that time to just transition into it, because college is a big chapter, it's a new chapter. So just giving yourself that period. I even remember like I had Matthews actually. He had started joining like WTOP. We were both two friends that were broadcasting majors, and he was doing WTOP, and I'm like, damn, I should do WTOP. But at that time I wasn't ready. So just acknowledging like how it is that you're feeling and what are your needs in that moment. So you definitely made a really good point. How about you, Sanaya?
I would definitely, going off what Kay said, like, take your time. I literally tell everyone, I've told you too, take your time. Don't try to don't try to take on everything. I have a younger cousin who goes here too, and I've told her, like, just, the orgs will be there. Just, like, don't take on too much at once because you are here for school, of course. But do get involved, do make friends. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I agree. I think also taking time to also, in college, you're also figuring out like who it is that you are.
Yeah.
So taking time to figure out what org is best fit for you. You know,
Yeah.
you can go with your friends to this org, and then but also like take time to just really just navigate what's a good fit for you, because I think some people have different interests, some people just have different visions or values, so just finding the org that aligns with that is just a really key thing for me.
I agree.
So actually, before we continue with our final questions, we're going to go to break and we'll meet right back with you guys.
Maybe that.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
I already know who's mine.
And welcome back to The Bigger Picture. I'm joined with Kay and Sin from HerCampus Oswego, Women's Center, and Bold Black Beauties. So, to continue our conversation for Women's History Month, who is the most influential woman in your life?
So I would say for me, I would say my grandmother. She's kind of like my best friend, and I've seen her kind of go through a lot. And after everything she's been through, she bounces back and she continues to bounce back. So seeing that like strength be ingrained in my life, since I did live with her for some time, it's definitely like really special to me, and I admire her a lot for that. So.
Okay, how about you, Kay?
I would have to say my mother. Like, I feel like this is like a very cliche answer, but it's my mother because I've always like grew up with my mom. I lived with my mom all my life. My mom is like my #1 supporter. Like, she supports me with anything. Like, I don't want to cry on the bigger picture. I'm trying my best to hold my tears back, but
it's okay. It's a safe space.
like, yeah, my mom. I feel like a lot of people always tell me how hard I work, and I feel like it's a representation of my mother. She worked 7 days a week. She was a single mom all my life, and she did her best to provide for me and my siblings. Yeah, like, I seen her go through her worst at times, and I don't know how she did it. Like, she was just so super strong. So it's like, that's why I don't give up, and that's why I continue to work really hard, because my mom.
No, I get that. To piggyback off that with another cliche answer. Mine is my mom too. I really do love my mother. She is literally my best friend, but also like me and my mom, I feel like I, had the opportunity to grow up with my mom because my mom was, a teen mother. So we really just, she was navigating life with me. And I was just like, to think about, being in the situation like she was in, 18 years old and just being able, having to raise me. She still went to school. She was still working. I'm like, my mom is a superwoman. So like when I think about Women's History Month and just the idea of being empowered and a strong, independent woman, the first person that comes to my mind is literally my mom.
Yeah,
so I think also, like you said, like you literally spit out exactly what I was thinking, because I think a lot of the times my work ethic is, one, I definitely get it from my mom, but two, it's also like this person has made so many sacrifices to have me here today, to give me the opportunities that I have. So I really do feel like I really just owe it all to her.
Yeah. Definitely. And I got 7 other sisters.
Oh,
so my mom has 9 kids all together. So she was doing it by herself.
Yeah. We just love it. But I do get it. Like, mothers, grandmothers, they are like the rocks of the family.
My mother hold it down too. I just said my grandmother.
So I actually do have a question for you guys. If you guys have the opportunity to have dinner with any historical, impactful, or woman figure in your life that you look up to, who would it be?
Okay, so I have 3.
Okay, that's okay.
So one impactful woman I would have dinner with is MJ Rodriguez. She started as Blanca in Pose. I love her. She's literally my icon. Like I'm inspired to be like her in so many different ways. Just from the advocacy for the community, her drive, her passion. Like, she's literally amazing. And the way that the show portrayed her as that mother figure to everybody, her being so young, it's just like, wow. She's like so, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that woman is literally pure awesomeness. So I would definitely have a sit down with her and eat. I'll even pay for it. The second one would be Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
I love Nicki Minaj, diehard Nicki fan.
Who would be the third one?
The third one would be Ice Spice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Sanai?
I would say for me, it would be Claudette Colvin. So if you don't know who that is, that was before the Alabama bus boycotts. The person who kind of kicked it off, but a lot of people don't know about, is Claudette Colvin. But because she was a teen who was currently pregnant at the time, they didn't want to use her as the face of the cause. I want to kind of know more about her. Like, I feel like I know a little bit, but I want to know more. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know about Rosa Parks, but like, I feel like it's so many other things that Claudette has probably done that we don't know about because they kind of excluded her from that because of her circumstance. So I would definitely want to sit down and talk to her.
Yeah, I feel like there might be a story that isn't really being told. So having the opportunity to have dinner or any meal with her would definitely just make a huge difference. For me, it's Oprah Winfrey. Y'all, I love Oprah Winfrey. This woman inspires me. She has always inspired me. I think a lot of like my career objectives really just stemmed from being obsessed with Oprah Winfrey, but also seeing that like her the legacy she's built is also very similar to what I envision for myself, and just, her values, her stories really inspiring, and literally just the life she created for herself still blows my mind. So I think that's the best part about Women's History Month, is that we can reflect on the women in history and the current women in our life that literally just empower us and make us feel good. So I really just also want to commend you guys as, women leaders on campus, that you're doing the damn thing. And also just thank you. Just want to thank Sanaya and Kay for joining us on tonight's episode. It's a women's run episode. We did that, you guys. So make sure to also tune in on April 13th for the next episode. And as always, don't forget to always see the bigger picture.